Democracy 2014, where we're asking candidates in Maryland questions so you can be better informed. We're now joined by Lieutenant Governor candidate Boyd Rutherford, who's running on the Republican ticket alongside Larry Hogan. Sir, thank you for the time today.
Thank you.
An opening statement if you'd like.
Well, I don't have a lot to say. I am, like Larry, I'm not a career politician. I, like most people, have sat around and said, you know, if I could do something better, I would. I didn't really think about running for office until, quite frankly, when Larry asked me. That's when it became serious. I've always looked at myself as someone to get the job done. I think my background shows that I've been a very good administrator in government service. And I think there's something I can do, and it's no need to sit on the sideline any longer.
All right, sir, we have 3 questions for you right now. The first involves the Bay. It's important to many Marylanders right now, and for a variety of reasons. As Lieutenant Governor, what would you do to continue cleaning it to keep it also open for shipping, boating, and tourism?
Well, one of the things I think we need to do, and what hasn't been done, is address the Conowingo Dam. When we have major storms, the Conowingo Dam tends to produce the vast majority of sediment and challenges to the bay. That, along with the Susquehanna, the fact that there's only a few miles of the Susquehanna is in Maryland, but most of the sediment is coming from Pennsylvania and even New York. We need to first work with the other states to address the sediment issues that they have. If they don't want to work with us, which I'm not sure if they have in the past, then we need to push back on the Environmental Protection Agency with regard to how we address the bay. The second, as I mentioned, the Conowingo Dam, we need to work with the owner of the dam in terms of dredging that dam so that we don't have that type of sewage and waste that goes into the bay and causes the problems that it does. We can't put it all on Marylanders to try to correct the bay when a large percentage of it comes from out of state.
All right, our second question this morning involves unemployment. Just recently, Maryland's unemployment rate dropped below 6%, and that is below the national average. As Lieutenant Governor, what would you do to further keep that going and drive that number even lower?
Well, we are fortunate because we sit beside the federal government. The challenge, though, and no matter who's in control in Washington in the coming years, they're cutting back. And so we're going to have to diversify our economy so that we're not so reliant upon the federal largesse. Another challenge, even though the numbers are looking better, there are less people in the workforce. There are a lot of people who just gave up looking for jobs. What we have to do is encourage manufacturing coming back, encourage the job creators to stay in the state. A lot of that is the tax policy. As we saw over the last 7 years, we've had 40 consecutive tax increases. What that has done is it's driven the job creators out of the state. It's also driven retirees out of the state as well, or many who are considering moving. So we need to address the tax policy so that we're competitive with our surrounding, our neighbors, Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia, because when companies are thinking and the entrepreneurs are thinking about establishing businesses, they're flying over Maryland. They're going to Virginia, they're going to other places. Or if they've started here, when they reach a certain level, they start considering moving other places. Not too long ago, we talked to some individuals in the high-tech or biotech corridor in Montgomery County. What is happening now is that some of those companies, when they reach a certain size, they're going to North Carolina. So it's not just Virginia and West Virginia and Pennsylvania that are taking our business away.
All right, our final question this morning for you involves Common Core. You've heard the groans from students, parents, teachers, some administrators. What do you do to wrangle in this problem with Maryland going forward?
Well, I think we need to stop things right where they are, take a step back, and really work with the parents, the teachers, and the administrators in terms of how to roll this out if we're going to do Common Core or something of that nature. There's nothing wrong with having standards for our children. The problem is that this was a quick decision that some decided they wanted to take the federal money and they're going to jump into something that they weren't prepared for. And so the teachers have gotten upset about it. Parents are confused about the process. I think what we need to do is take a step back and really work with parents and the teachers to determine what is best for Maryland students.
All right, Boyd Rutherford, he is the Republican candidate for Lieutenant Governor alongside Larry Hogan. Sir, thank you for the time today.
Thank you.
You can see this interview and all interviews by going to abc2news.com. There, you can click on the News tab and then follow up by the Political tab for all the information you need.